Hi, I'm Sabyasachi Sengupta. I am the World Champion of Public Speaking 2025. I am thrilled, honored, overwhelmed for sure. And I can tell you these last months have been nothing less than a Bollywood movie. It had drama, it had excitement, it had laughter, it has everything. But I can tell you the last weeks from the day I got the results of the quarterfinals that I've qualified, that was July 1st till August 23rd when we had the finals. Those 43 days or 44 days, they were something else. Now, finding the right speech and fine-tuning the speech is a very, very important thing for any competition. And I have seen videos, blogs. My own mentor who mentored me for the speech, John Zimmer, wrote a detailed blog on that. But today I want to talk about the speaker. What were the things that I did to prepare myself for this big event? What are the things behaviors that I inculcated that helped me push through this period? And today I want to share with you 7 behaviors that helped me win the World Championship. Here we go. The first behavior was to focus on what's my strength. Now, I have competed for the last 12 years almost, and whenever it's international competition, the first thing anybody does, and I did it always, is Google or check on YouTube the speeches of previous year winner. And there is a huge influence of the previous year winner's speech on my speech whenever I wrote it. And that is where I have, I think, struggled the most, because every speaker has their own individuality. Every speaker has their own strength. And if I look back at the speeches that I have used as reference point in the past, they were serious. They had deep messages. They were profound. There was emotion. There was a lot of drama happening. And when I tried that, that's not where my strength lies. My strength lies in making people laugh. I can, make people laugh. I can inspire people with laughter. And I thought, I've not really seen someone really get the audience go crazy laughing. Of course, there have been speeches that have done wonders. But I thought I need to do more inspiring. So over the years, I've done speeches where there is a flood and I'm stuck in a flood, or I've lost my job, or I have been bullied, or I have, been through heartbreak, pain, stabbing, all those topics. And what I noticed is there's big influence of the previous year or the years before winner's speech. And that was one thing I didn't want to do this year. This year, I wanted to focus only on my strength, especially on the final speech. And I can tell you the 44 days when I was searching for the speech for the finals, because that had to be a fresh new speech. I was tempted. I did research on the previous year winners, but there was a conscious effort to stick to what makes me special, my own strength. So the first behavior that I took was work on my strengths and use my strength on the big stage. And my strength was humor, make people laugh.
Tell me, Juliet, tell me, will you be mine? If your answer is yes, just nod. But if your answer is no, just nod.
The second point is about authenticity. When you write a speech, you will get a lot of feedback and guidance from people. Also, you'll get brilliant jokes, brilliant lines from your friends, from your mentors, from your coaches. But the most important thing for me was authenticity. If I did not feel a line, I have actually chose not to keep it in the speech. Because even if it's a great joke, great line, great inspiring line, but I just didn't feel that it was me, or I can deliver it with the same confidence and authenticity as it was meant, I have actually dropped it. And I think that really helped me, because even if it's a line that is not yours, you heard from someone or somebody gave it to you, you need to make that line yours. When you deliver it on the big stage, you have to do it with the confidence and with that pizzazz that it is my line and I'm 100% behind this humor or this inspirational line. So every line that I have used in the speech contest, you will see that I have enjoyed delivering it, and that was a conscious step to only keep lines that came as a suggestion if that felt authentic to me. So that was point number 2. The third thing is, my mentor Aditya gave me an example of this legendary cricketer Virat Kohli. Now, the thing with Virat Kohli is that, if it's a league match and not an important match, he may do well, he may not do well. But when it's a high stake match, that's when he's at his best. That's when he's going to bring his A game. And if others are falling around him, he will push through till the last moment and make sure his team wins. I tried to follow that same principle. Being on the big stage, both on the semi-finals and the finals, were the high-stake matches for me. So even when I was fumbling during the rehearsals, or before the rehearsals and before the contest, I went to several clubs to try out these speeches. I was not getting the same energy. I was forgetting lines. I made mistakes. But in those moments, not to be upset, not to be worried, trust that I can bring my A game on the day, on the moment, and matters the most. Like Virat Kohli, that's a trust that you have to have in yourself, in your craft, in your body. And that's really, really what worked for me. That I gave the best performance on the stage, not on any rehearsals before or probably even after. So it was a behavior that I trusted my body and my craft to peak at the moment when it matters the most. So if you are preparing for an international speech or any speech or big event, and you are making mistakes and fumbles days before or even hour before the event, trust your body to give that best performance, to peak at the right time. And whoever peaks at the right time, in the end, wins.
My dear performers, let's not do that. Let's unleash the ideas. Let's unleash the energy. Yes, some days you will be trolled. Some days you will be rejected. Some days you will be made fun of. But trust me, some days you'll light up a room. Someday you'll make someone's day. And who knows, someday you may even change someone's life.
The fourth point that I practiced were rituals. Now, one ritual that I have done throughout this contest every morning was go for a run. Every morning, whether it was the semi-finals or the finals or even the district conference, I have gone for at least a small 5K run. This was a win I had at 7 in the morning over myself, over my body, over my laziness. And when you start a day with a win like that, your rest of your day, you are in motion. And the important thing is not to overdo it, because if you run more than you normally do or you're capable of doing, let's say you do a 20K run, you don't want to be exhausted and tired before the competition. So do something that gives you a sense of victory, gives you a sense of pride before the big event, not to the point that you get tired. So one thing I noticed in myself, because I ran that morning, maybe because I ran in the morning, if you look at my speech, just when my name is announced, I jogged to the stage. Now, that was not a planned thing, but that was just, I was in the rhythm of, running and grooving, and it just happened. So that's because my body was in motion from the morning. And in high stake days, your body tends to shut down and not do too much movement. So it's a conscious thing to have those rituals. Whatever your ritual is, my ritual is that I go for a run in the morning. And yes, I can tell you, on the semi-finals day, it was raining heavily, but I still went out, and I got drenched, but I still went out, because I know that rituals are very important for me and for any performer to bring the A game on the day it matters the most. Number 5, and it might sound a cliche, it was to have fun. I had fun doing the 7 minutes 20 second speech, because I was enjoying myself. I have never been more present in my life than those 7 minutes 20 seconds when I was delivering the final speech. And anybody who's seen my speech, both live and also YouTube, has said the same thing. You are enjoying yourself. And it was not just the 7 minutes. I enjoyed that process. Yes, it was stressful. It was a lot of preparation. That there were moments when I was like, I don't want to do this speech. Can I pull it off? But the journey was extremely fun, because I was enjoying the new things that I'm going to try, the feedback, incorporating feedback from my mentors and coaches. I enjoyed this process a lot. And that was visible during the finals. My coach Jacob always tells me, whoever has most fun in the end wins. So I was having fun, and anything that didn't feel fun, I decided not to do that. Fun does not mean there's no stress, there's no pressure, there is no anxiety. There's all of that. But fun means while you're having all of those negative emotion, you're still enjoying yourself, and you would not trade this experience for anything. And I can tell you, even if I had not won, I still would have felt like a winner, because I had fun while writing my speech, while trying my speech, while delivering my speech. So whoever has most fun wins. So if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed the whole process of writing a speech, getting feedback, delivering it, playing with your audience, trying something new, you're already on your way to become the new world champion. Trust me on that. One thing in a speech contest is that when you give your speech, or you send your speech to someone for feedback or analysis, the most common thing you will get is people saying, you should add this line, add this thing. And that's very instinctive to me, and I think to a lot of speakers, to add more things. Like, my speeches needs a little bit more. It needs that little bit more. It needs one more joke, one more aha moment, one more applause. Now, I'm not against it. Like, you should make your speech as good as is possible, but there comes a day when you decide, from this moment onwards, this is the final speech. It does not mean if you get a brilliant idea, you're not going to incorporate. Like, I can tell you in my speech, the whole question that I asked to the audience, like, give me a hoo-hoo if you love the stage. That was on the spot. But I also had, week before the international speech contest, I decided I won't add any new thing. At least I will not go out searching for new things that I can incorporate in the speech. If some idea comes or something little here and there, I will add. However, I will not pressure myself to add something more. It's really in the instinct. It's an insecure feeling that my speech is not good enough. Let me add more things. Fun fact, my speech when I was doing the practice in my hotel room was 5 minutes 50 seconds. And when I see it on YouTube, it's probably 7 minutes 20 seconds when it ended. So one more joke, one more laughter, and I could have been easily disqualified. So yes, you should add fun things, creative things, humor to your speech, but be aware, sometimes less is more. And in an international speech contest, less is definitely more, because if more means you get disqualified, it's not worth it. So there should be a moment you stop adding new things. At least you stop searching for new things. You make this speech, this is it. And if some brilliant idea comes along the way, small things you add. But if it's a big thing, if it's 2 lines, if it's a big laughter, it's not worth keeping it, because those little additions here and there can cost you the contest. And the last thing that I consciously did, the last behavior, is detachment. Detachment has been that one thing that has not only helped me in this international speech contest, but throughout the last years in my journey as an entrepreneur and as a speaker. Detachment does not mean detachment from the process. I have worked very, very hard for this speech. I have done everything possible to create a good speech that has humor, that has the elements, that will make my audience laugh. But what I didn't do is worry too much about the outcome, whether I'll win or lose. The funny thing is, I did get some advice from experienced speaker. Have you looked up all the other 27 semi-finalists, how they speak, what are their styles, so you can have a game plan? I mean, I speak the way I speak. My story is my story. I cannot influence others' story. So why worry about something that I cannot control? So for me, detachment from the outcome made my life so easy. I did not care about winning, losing. All I cared about was giving a good speech, not getting disqualified because of time, and that's it, and having fun. When we make our life simple by attaching to our work and detaching from the outcome, we bring the best in us, because we are not spending our energy on things that we cannot influence. So these are the 7 behaviors that helped me, I won't say help me win the international speech contest, but actually push through these last 43 days, that a journey that I took from the day the quarterfinal results were out till the day of the finals. And I think anybody who does follow these 7 principles will enjoy and learn the most from this journey. Because a trophy, yeah, it's there and soon people might forget, but the learnings that we're going to get through this journey about how to craft a speech, how to stand on this big stage and give a speech, how to inspire and make your audience laugh, those learnings are the main takeaways and trophies of this competition. So irrespective of whether you win or lose, when you give your best, you will learn so much about public speaking and also about yourself. So if you are planning to compete in international speech contest next year, try these behaviors and I promise you, you will win. Whether you win a competition or not, you will win over yourself.
So my dear performers, if life asks you, wherever you are, whichever stage you want to be on, asks you, are you ready? Just put on your red suit or put on your red dress, step on this stage, smile, and just now.
The first place winner and the 2025 World Champion of Public Speaking is Sabyasachi Sengupta.